Hey YouTube, it's Vince Romano26 here with part 2 of the huge estate sale holiday haul. Sorry if I cut off earlier. I did not want to go over and have it cut off on me automatically. I've had it done to me before on a video. So here we are going on with the last of the keepsakes for the vintage awesome holiday estate sale. First piece for the second part is this really cool looking candle stick with a jack-o'-lantern on its head. I thought that would be a really cool piece for display at Halloween and for my bedroom now. Don't know exactly how much these are worth. I'm going to have to do some research on some of this stuff, so I will get to that and let you guys know. Next really cool piece is this vintage, I don't think this is Empire, I think this is Union, or no, Bayshore Halloween light up decoration. This is really cool. This is in really good condition. None of the paint's faded and no melt marks or anything. I think it's in a really neat piece, and as many of you know, I collect the vintage blow molds, so this is a great piece to add to my collection. Alright, next pieces that I want to show you guys are these really cool vintage Halloween girly candles. Let me show you guys the bottom of what was supposed to come with the candles when you were to find them. So, girly candles, irregular shaped candles may drip while burning to protect tables and other surfaces. Place the candle on foil or other flame-proof material while burning candles. Perform best when burned out of drafts and for short periods of time. Made by the Girly Candle Company, Buffalo, New York, USA. I think these are from the 1950s. I think they're extremely cool, and for candles, I really like them. I know they made these for Thanksgiving, and for Christmas, I'll be getting to those. And as well for Easter, I'll be getting and showing you guys those in the resale haul, which will be the video following this one. So these three are going to go on the shelf that I have with all of my other Halloween stuff. So this one's the tall one. I thought the colors on this one were really cool, and it's very neon. It's the tall one. I don't know how much these actually bring a piece, but I know together if you have a bunch of them, they're worth a lot of money. Wanted to put these with the other one that I found at the the sale that I went to a few months ago, or the flea market that I went to a few months ago. These next pieces right here are very interesting. These are little mini cake toppers. We've got a skull and crossbones, which personally is my favorite. There is a little pumpkin. These four actually I think I'm going to keep and put on my Halloween shelf. These four, because they're very cool looking. And I might keep this one as well. And this I don't know exactly what it is, but it is a skeleton. And it's very tiny, but I thought it was kind of interesting. It came with all the stuff that I found anyway. These next pieces, and this is also a cake topper, but I'm not very fond of it, so I'm going to sell that with all my other tchotchkes. So these are all cake toppers. Thought they were interesting, but I don't think I'm going to be keeping most of these. Actually, this little witch I might keep right here, but these other pieces I won't be keeping. These will be going to the flea market that we'll be doing. So I'll be putting those with the stuff that's going in, but I'll worry about that later. This next piece, which I thought was very interesting, is this 1967 Planet of the Apes toy. Never seen one of these before, and the way I knew it was vintage is obviously because this house was full of nothing but vintage. But if we look at this tag here, it is marked Planet of the Apes. Sorry guys, my camera's been acting up kinda, so I can't focus very well. Sorry guys, I really wish I could get it to focus to the smaller letters, but it's not letting me do that right now. So I'll just read it off to you. We're at 1967 APJAC Productions Inc. for 20th Century Fox Film Corp. Very dirty. Got a really neat looking face though, which I think is pretty interesting. I'm considering putting this online, but I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. It's kind of neat looking. I've never seen anything from Planet of the Apes like this before, so I bet this piece is very, very collectible. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, so we'll see. Oh, I forgot to have this little guy in. So he doesn't keep falling on me. I thought this was very, very interesting. It's a little craft piece, I think it is. It is a cat holding a plastic jack-o'-lantern. I think it's very, very cool that the original price tag is written on the bottom of it. A dime for a piece like this. That's just awesome. And it's definitely old. It's not a reproduction or anything. That's definitely an authentic piece right there. So I'm happy to own this. Next piece, which is actually going to be up for sale, is this broken toy. It's supposed to be a wind-up, and the heart's supposed to come out. I don't know if I showed this in the last haul video. Again, if I did show it, I apologize, but I thought it'd be interesting to show. When you move it, the heart comes out like a beating heart, which I think is kind of cool looking. Next pieces I thought were very, very cool, and I can't wait to display them, is this plastic witch and a cauldron with a skull sticking out of it. And as many of you guys know, I love my skulls, so you can't mess with me and my skulls. So I thought that was cool. A witch in her cauldron with a plastic skull in it. So that was very, very interesting. I'd never seen that before, so I've decided to pick that up. Don't know if this is vintage at all. I assume it is. It's a spider ring. I don't see any marks on it for Hong Kong or anything. Oh, wait, maybe I do. No, I don't see anything marked Hong Kong or anything like that on here, so I'm just going to take a guess and say it is vintage, because it doesn't look like your typical stuff you get at the dollar store and stuff today. Next piece that I thought was very, very cool is this vintage chicken dancing. And he's marked Hong Kong on the bottom of him, and he's got a spring, so it's kind of like a bobblehead kind of thing. So I thought that was very, very cool. And it's not broken or anything, it's in perfect condition. Like I've said, I'm ecstatic that a lot of the stuff that I found today is in perfect condition. Next piece that I want to show you guys is something that is extremely collectible in the market today. This is a vintage, probably 1950s Halloween candy container. It's not broken or chipped, there's no paint rubbing off on it, it's completely in good condition. And on the back it is marked Rosbro Plastics, Providence, Rhode Island. So this would be a great piece to display. I'm assuming there were probably more and I just didn't get them. So I'm excited I found this one. I would like to get the other ones, but I'm going to just find those at a flea market or another estate sale. So not too disappointed there. Next little Halloween, Easter, another Easter piece that I want to show you guys is a candy container. And it is also in really good condition, and I assume that these glasses are very hard to find with these little fellas because they've been broken or they've been lost. And aside from the Halloween one, if we look on the bottom here, we've got visible contents only, and it's made by the Best Plastic Corp in Brooklyn, New York. So I thought that was very, very cool. A little bit of paint wear on the eyes, but that's okay, because this is probably a 55-year-old piece or even older. Next little piece that I thought would be very interesting to show you is one of those little toys with a suction cup on it. So all you do is push down on it, and the suction will release and then make it pop up real fast. So that's also marked made in Hong Kong, so I thought that was very, very interesting. And these next two pieces, which I think are very, very interesting, are these old vintage Halloween hats. Very, very cool with the old retro motif on it. So I thought those would be very, very cool. I'm debating on whether or not I should sell these hats. They're very, very cool, but I really do like them just because they're a matching pair. Except there's orange characters and a black background here, and then there's an orange background and black characters on this one. So I'm debating on whether or not I want to sell this one or not. We'll figure it out once I decide how much of this stuff I'm really going to be putting up for display. Another really cool piece that I found is this really cool vintage, probably 1950s, dancing Santa Claus. As many of you know, I already have a couple of these. But this one I've never had because it's made of wood. Wood and felt, so I thought that would be a very interesting piece to add to the collection. And And I've also, my dad actually found this mixed in with a bunch of the Christmas stuff. This is a Royal Plastic Santa. I found another one of these at a flea market for $3 a few months ago. But this one is in much better condition. The paint is in excellent condition, and I will be putting the other one on eBay because I know those do sell very, very well. So I'll be putting the original cord with this one instead of the one that I have now. So that'll be good. Got to take this original light piece out and put it with the other one, and then I will get to it. Next piece that I have to show you guys is this really neat vintage 70s kitschy Pyrex pitcher. It was in the kitchen with all the other stuff, and I knew it was vintage because if you see Pyrex Corning, New York, USA. So my aunt really likes the 70s kitschy stuff. I already bought her a small pitcher that has the same print on it, so I thought she'd really, really like this one. And it was dirt cheap, so I couldn't pass it up. So that was a good deal. And as many of you know, I'm really starting to like those vintage Santa Clauses. So I found this one mixed in with a bunch of vintage Christmas stuff. He's going to go on the bottom shelf with all my Mrs. Claus and Santa Clauses. Thought he was very, very cool. He's a little dirty, but you know what? He's probably 60 years old or more. So I'm very happy to own him, and he was a really good deal too. Next little piece that I have to show you guys is this really cool vintage McCoy smiley face pot. Thought it was very, very interesting. It has a little spout for the water to exit if you overwater it, so that was a cool little piece. Paint's intact on it. I've been having some real luck finding some really cool McCoy pieces. And if you see on the bottom here, there is a McCoy stamp for USA. I really, really like these smiley faces. They're very kitschy and very 60s and 70s, so I'm very, very happy to have found this. Next little piece that I have to show you guys is another Easter piece, and it's an Easter wagon. It's a duckling pulling, I don't even know what this is, pulling a chick. It's got some plastic flowers and stuff in it. As many of you know, I'm not very fond of the plastic flowers and stuff, but this is Easter, this isn't Christmas, and these go together, and this makes the piece more valuable with the plastic pieces in it. Next pieces I want to show you guys are very, very cool pieces and can be very, very collectible depending on the date of production. These are very, very cool. I believe these are probably from the 1970s. They are melted plastic popcorn decorations. Haven't had these in a long time. As many of you know, I found some at the Goodwill a few months ago. It was a little over a year ago, I think it was. And I haven't found any since. Actually, I did find some at a flea market that was pretty far from where we are located. It's not the one where I usually find all my good stuff at. And I regret not buying any of them because I didn't know that they were vintage, so just got to look forward to what I'm going to find in the new year instead of dwelling on what I didn't pick up. So found these, and I'm really, really happy about them because I can put them out and they're not broken at all, which is extremely nice because a lot of them that I have found tend to have broken pieces on them, and these are not broken at all. So I'm very, very pleased with these. Alright, and the last piece of keepsake is this really, really nice yellow bunny with movable eyes. Very, very big ears, I will admit, but it's very, very cool. I found him on a sofa sitting downstairs at the estate sale. I really do regret not going right to the patio, or to the backyard, when I first went to this sale, because that's where all the holiday stuff was, and that's where I found all this really great keepsake stuff. But, you know, I found a lot of great stuff. I may have missed out on a few other things that I knew I would have wanted for my collection, but you know what? It's okay. You gotta take your chances, right? So anyway, that's all the keepsake items that I have to show you guys today, and gifts. So please stay tuned for part 3 for the resale items that I will be hopefully listing very, very soon. So thank you all for watching.